Well, one guy, it was floated around on ESPN that, of course, Dan Rafael been working there for decades now, but he said that Floyd and Loma would have been 50-50 back when Floyd was one. A lot of people laughed at that, but just to talk about Floyd at 130, do you
at 130? Did Floyd didn't go to 135? Huh? He skipped.
No, he did.
Oh yeah, he
beat Castillo.
Yeah, I mean he's. There we go back to referring him to one fight, because he had a tough fight with Castillo or whatever. But I just feel like Floyd was on a whole total different level than Lomachenko. And if Lomachenko did lose to Salido, like they try to forget about these things. I don't know, they're sweeping these things under the rug or whatever. But he did lose to Salido, so whether they like it or not, he lost.
Well, but what I was gonna say with Floyd too was watching his of course his fight with Corrales, and I couldn't help. The only fighter that reminded me of that guy, Pretty Boy Floyd, who fought Corrales in today's game was you. I know you watched that fight. Do you think there's similarities between really in the ring, Pretty Boy Floyd and Devin Haney? Now I know you're your own fighter.
Yeah. I think it is some similar things that we do. Me coming from training with the Mayweathers for so long, and me being young, and when he was young, I do think that we did some similar things.
I'm talking even facial expressions and stuff like that.
Maybe I watched that fight with Corrales. I watched a lot of Pretty Boy Floyd, especially before my fights. I always watched Pretty Boy Floyd, Roy Jones. I watched those guys. So. It might have some influence on some of my performances.
We could look and maybe say
I watched some Canelo a little bit, but not before my last fight. I didn't watch Canelo. I watched Pretty Boy Floyd. I watched Roy.
And just again to kind of close on Loma, are you not saying that you would beat him because you're too big, but is that a big reason why you think he couldn't?
I mean, when you're at the top level, all these things play a factor. All these things mean something. Reach, height. Speed, power, all these things. When things are evenly matched, it's those little things that play a role. So I do think that they do play a role between me and Loma.
I mean, because is it fair to say this is a guy who started at 26 and you might wind up at 47 or 54 one day, so is it?
Yeah, I don't think that Loma can go up too much more. If he goes up to 140, he might find it might be a good match. He may find him a good opponent, a good world champion, who maybe just won a title, maybe an upset or something like that. He can win a world title, but I think that if he goes up anymore, it's just going to get harder and harder.
And just like you said, everything plays a factor at the top level. What about people who would say his experience would play too great, in his favor? They feel that would be a great factor in his way winning the fight.
Well, we just have to see, but don't forget that I have more pro fights than him. So let's say experience. You want to talk about experience? I do have more pro experience than him. So.
And again, just to give Loma some love, we've talked about Canelo in the past, and one thing he does beautiful is go forward while being slick. And a lot of people seem to be they're impressed by Lomachenko's ability to go forward.
Lomachenko is a great fighter to me. I don't want anybody to get that confused. I think that he's a really good fighter, and that's why I want to fight him. I don't want to fight him because he's a bad fighter or because I think that I could beat him so easily or nothing like that. I don't think that's far from an easy fight, but I feel like that fight will take me to the next level and show the world, really what Devin Haney is made of and why Devin Haney, and may put me on the pound for pound list. Who knows?
Be the come up fight.
Yeah, it may be that fight that just makes Devin Haney a superstar. We never know. But I think Lomachenko is on the top 5 pound for pound list. So that tells you a lot.
Are you going to be able to make 135? How much longer do you think you can make the lightweight weight?
Not too much longer. 135, it's really hard to make. Takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication. But I'm happy that I'm fighting for the interim world title, and everything is falling into place. And if Lomachenko vacates, then I'll become world champion or whatever after he fights for the undisputed. And we'll see what happens. We never know. Things change every day in the sport of boxing, so we just got to see.
Well, thanks, Dev. You brought it up. You're right. That would be for the interim title upcoming next weekend.
Yeah. So I'm blessed for the opportunity. I'm happy. This is the fight that's going to take me to the next level, and I'm going to go in there. I'm going to show my full arsenal. I'm going to look good doing it, and hopefully we end it with another sensational night.